Yo, what's up, guys? It's Casey Soto.
Hey, it's Eli Osuna.
What's up, guys? It's Andrew Salazar.
Hey, it's Alvarez.
In today's podcast, we're going to be talking about men's mental health.
Yeah, it's really not viewed as importantly and as valued as female mental health nowadays.
Yeah, I just feel like people really just look past it because at the end of the day, we're men and we're supposed to be strong.
Yeah, and that's going to bring us to our first topic, men crying. So, if you don't mind me asking, Rex, when was the last time you cried?
Probably in like December.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
When, can I ask what it was about?
It was like some family, not drama, but arguments and stuff.
And did you feel like anyone was there for you?
Well, yeah, it was like my dad and then my siblings right next to me.
And Marco, when was the last time you cried?
Well, I'm not even afraid to say it. I actually do cry a lot.
You do?
Yeah, the last time I cried, I think it was Valentine's Day. Yeah.
And what was it about?
I just felt like I wasn't good enough because it gets complicated in talking stages. Like, you don't know what you are. We're pretty early, and I didn't know if I wanted to get or anything, and I just really felt bad because last Valentine's Day I didn't get someone something, and I was just thinking about it, and it just really made me feel like I was a bad person.
Oh, did it? Do you feel like that affects your mental health a lot?
Yeah, it did. I was just doubting myself, and I didn't have anyone to talk to about it.
So you felt like no one was there to care for you in your times of need?
No, because at the end of the day, they'll just end up telling me to man up, or they'll call me words and stuff.
Yeah. And Eli, when was the last time you cried?
I would have to say back in late November when our football season ended. It was pretty sad. I've been playing with those guys for a long time, and some people may say it's not a really good reason to cry, but I think it's a good reason to cry because it's the end of a brotherhood that's always there to the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Andrew? When was the last time you shed a tear?
Ooh, last time I cried was probably last year. I cried because I missed practice and I lost my starting spot. And my dad told me to man up, and he said that there was no reason for me to be crying. And that was the last time I cried, and I haven't cried since. Now to segue into our next topic, expressing your emotions. Do you guys feel like you can express your emotions clearly to your loved ones?
Probably not my mom or my siblings. It's more to my closer friends, but it's mostly it's probably more the guys, but it'd be my closest best friends. And I probably wouldn't say it to girls because maybe sometimes the girls might think why is he telling me about his feelings, or they might think
he's not manly.
Yeah, he's not manly enough or something like that.
And Eli, do you think that you can tell people you love your feelings and emotions?
I'm sure I could, but I just say not to. I don't want to show them signs of weakness, and that's not to be trying to be super masculine for no one. It's just how I am. I prefer to keep things to myself and just figure them out on my own.
Oh yeah, and Marco, do you think you can express your emotions to people you love?
Same thing with me. I think I can, but I just really choose not to because I'm afraid of them judging me.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to be the same here because I just feel like I'm judged when I tell my mom or my father my emotions, and it's just it's really really looked upon if it doesn't matter, and what I have to say about my emotions doesn't really matter. Now our last and final topic, the effect that Valentine's Day has on men, and spinning back to our story that Marco had about crying and had to do with Valentine's Day. Marco, can you tell me more about that story?
Yes, I sure can. So what happened was I can't even imagine if a guy didn't have a Valentine. I could imagine it. I've been going through that for a couple of years and stuff, you know what I mean? I've been younger, but really everyone's in high school and you see all these posts and everything, and it just really does take a toll on you.
Rex, do you think that having a Valentine and not having a Valentine, do you think that changes how people view you?
I don't really think it changes how people view you. I think it's more of a personal thing of how Marco said, you see everyone with their their girlfriend, the boyfriend and stuff, so you just think maybe that's something you want but you don't have at the moment, so it just gets you thinking am I gonna find someone that is gonna love me? So it's just one of those things that you constantly think about.
Yeah. Eli, and what do you think about that?
I also agree with Rex. I don't think having or not having a Valentine defines you. It doesn't like define it that if you're like a cool person to be with. You know, I just think it's all up to, you know, how you present yourself with others, and it's just, you don't have to have a Valentine to be accepted in this society.
And spinning back to Marco, do you think that all the gifts and the present giving that you have to do on Valentine's Day as a man, do you feel like that affects you and it brings you down and it makes you feel worse?
I would think so, because sometimes you would see like our people are like, you don't even know if she'd like the gift you got her, like you don't know if it's good enough for her. So I feel like really like it does really matter.
Yeah, and Rex, what do you think about the gift giving of Valentine's Day and the effect that it has on men?
So I think the gift giving is, of course, it's all like the girls thing. Like, it's not really for the guys. And a lot of time I feel like guys, they are stressing about it because they don't know if like the gift that they put a lot of thought into, like if the girl will like it or not. But, you know, it's really just a girl thing. And I feel like most men don't really, they don't care for Valentine's Day because they just see it as like a girl's way to like get gifts and like their way of feeling appreciated, even though it's just like material items.
And Eli, have you ever struggled getting a gift for a certain person?
Yeah, plenty of times. You know, just sometimes you're kind of overthinking it, you know, trying to remember certain things about the other person that they might like. But, you know, sometimes guys do stress a lot about whether girls are going to like it, even though they thought it was a thoughtful gift and they put their hard work and hard time into it. So I just think it's stressful for men to get gifts and be relied on so much on Valentine's Day.
And Marco, what do you think about the one-way gift giving of Valentine's Day? Do you think that it's unfair that there's only men giving women gifts, or do you think that it should be, you know, a two-way type of thing?
No, it is a two-way type of thing. Like, guys do give gifts to girls and girls do give gifts to guys, or like most of the time really. But I think like guys, they don't like to be judged and stuff. They really do get judged a lot, and they just have to stay manly, well, for these girls, you know what I mean?
All right, well, thank everybody for listening to our podcast, and that's going to be the end of it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening. This is Andrew Salazar, and I'm out.
Oh, this is Casey Soto, and we're out.
This is Eli Osuna, and I'm out.
And finally, this is Marco Alvarez, and we're out.